stepping away from each other. They need to be brought more and more and more into activity with each other in order to be comfortable in the now, because that's going to be satisfying for them. And of course, the 45. You know, the 45 is a classic of what went on in all of that. The 45-21 is the old way of power. That is, it's tribal rulership. You know, the 45th gate is the empress, the king, the queen. The 25 is, well, whatever. You know, the vizier, the head of the knights, the leading huntress, blah, blah, blah. And you can see that the 21st gate is there, but there's no 45. So for the both of them, it's going to be very important to see who gets to be the king or the queen. And the whole business of title and the whole business of who is more popular, all of that is rooted out of that 45. So the moment that you have a split in a relationship, you're immediately going to have tension points. And those tension points are also attraction points. But the couples are going to have to work them through. Now look, it's much better for a split definition relationship to work that through before they have children. Invariably, they have children that will hook up the split. Invariably. And then the split never gets dealt with. It just gets processed through the kids. And those areas that need to be dealt with don't get worked on at all. And of course, in the end, that's detrimental to the relationship, because the children have to take on an incredible burden. You know, they have to take on the burden of being the conduit between their parents and keeping them whole in their relationship. And a way, of course, that works is it focuses on them. You know, let's say they have a child that brings the 31. The two of them want the child to be an influence. You know, the two of them want to condition the child to be a leader. And the two of them come together through trying to bring influence, you know, in that child's life. Or if it's the 45, you know, if Harry or William, their children, had the 45, you know, the two of them would be focused on making sure that this was going to be the next ruler. You know, that this was the one that had to be trained to that way and that process. And in that way, they don't have to deal with each other and their problem with all of that. They simply focus it into their child. In relationships, in partnerships, it is rare for you that you're going to meet partners that have been together for a short period of time. You know, because they're still in the honeymoon phase. And we tend to get relationships after there's children. In other words, that the tensions of being together over a longer period of time build up, and because you're dealing with not selves, there's places of real tension, and you get to the first 7-year point and you have all kinds of people that are in danger in their relationship. So when they come to you, there's another equation involved, and when you're looking at splits in any kind of partnership, make sure that